Hi everyone, welcome to the Diecast collection videos channel. Here is the Birthday Burner by Hot Wheels. This is a fantasy model of, well, you guessed it right, of a car that looks like a birthday cake slice. This is a nice and fun looking fantasy model. It has some hidden features that if you look at it at first, you won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to see these features once you take a close look at it. But at first, once you take a look at it, at first glance, it's going to be like this, a birthday cake in the form of a car. We're going to check out this birthday cake car, as I call it, the birthday burner, starting in the right side. In the right side, it has mostly a decoration of a slice with layers of tasty fillings, and on top it's icing of a chocolate based on how it looks like it. It has the logo at the bottom and a large engine because fantasy models tend to be very exaggerated. It has a very large motor in the front, a large wheel, a very large one at the back, and I think this is a regular wheel in the front. Because of the plastic body, at the bottom is the metal base. Sometimes for fantasy models it's the reverse, but most of the time fantasy models tend to have a plastic body and a metal base. In the front, there are these protruding items, and if you are observant, you'll be able to understand what these are for, but I'm going to explain that later. In the front, I guess these are the front lights of the car. Let me just make it closer. And at the top is part of the engine. Some of the exhaust details can be seen from the sides, and the body also in the middle. Another glance at the right side. Let's take a look at the left side to see the differences. There aren't any difference because it's just a mirror of the other side. The other side of the cake, it still has the icing on the top, Hot Wheels logo at the bottom, although it's reversed, and the engine that is large just like on the other side, still the same details. If you're wondering what's on the top here, it's actually the driver, the helmet of the driver sticking out. At the back, it does not have any paint design. It's just all brown plastic. It's not painted, it's made of brown plastic, and the paint designs are the fillings inside with these dots for chocolate and some more in the middle, the layers. This is brown plastic with some paint designs on the sides, but nothing here, no paint designs at the back. There's this panel that's sticking out, but there's a reason for that, and the blue plastic base that is metallic, or they say metal flake. Now, checking the top, you can see the overall appearance of this slice of the cake, although it got cut off in the middle to make room for the engine, made of plastic. And there is the exhausts. No, let me make that vents at the back of the driver's head for air ventilation, because if you look at it, he needs some ventilation in this car because only his head is sticking out with a helmet. Now we talk about the details, because I showed you earlier that the pointy things here, the protruding parts, if you are observant, it's made of, let's just say, we're now seeing things that are related to a birthday celebration. There is the fork. Here's the back of the fork with the handle and the fork itself. There are these pie looking things at the bottom. That is the step. If you look at it this way. But these are actually the sides of the plate wherein the cake is sitting on top. So it's kind of weird, but cake, the fork, and the paper plate, supposedly, the designer assembled the components in a way to become a car. And it's really a whole celebration, a sweet one, in this car. In the middle, I think this is how I observe the middle. Oh, by the way, here's the front of the cake in a neat triangle. It's not sharp, it's just rounded, everything here. The top, if you look at it, it might be some sort of an intricate engine, but using your imagination, this is how I see it. This part is actually an oven, and there's a chimney on the top, so the cake can be baked. I hope I got that right, or maybe it's just an engine, because if you look at it, there are these little compartments, buttons here. It's kind of shiny, it's reflecting, but if I turn it around here, there are buttons to make the oven run, and then the heat will now bake the cake, and then the heat will come out, the excess heat on the top, which is the engine ventilation, I guess. So that's how I see it. Here's the closer look of the driver, since this car does not have an interior, by the way. It's just the driver's helmet sticking out, and you can think of this as a fruit, a cherry top on the cake, to make the cake more special for the birthday celebrant. And the large engine also makes this car very fast, since it's named as the birthday burner. Now we'll look at the bottom. Okay, the bottom is just made of this metal, blue metal, with a name and other details stamped on it. The large wheel, a very large wheel at the back. I guess these are tuned wheels if you think about it. And regular wheels in the front. Nothing here. Now the car does not include any special features. It's just nice to look at, with these hidden gems, if you like to call them, like the fork. The head is the cherry top of the cake, and the plate, that is the step for the driver to use to get inside the car. I'm not even sure if there is a driver detail inside. I don't think so. It's just made of red plastic. So this is going to be part of the interior, supposedly. The fork, I think the fork, I can press it, is part of the driver also. The thing is, my copy is not rolling well, because like here, it's supposed to roll like this, but the back wheel tends to stop midway. It's not rolling freely. So if I do this, it's not rolling well. So I think I got an error, since this car is mass produced, and the error tend to slip from time to time, and I got one. The other thing that I noticed when I pressed the driver's head, there's this clicking sound, but hey, look, if I do that, the fork goes down, and that makes my guess that the driver is one piece with the fork. So I'm not sure if that's an included feature, it's a hidden feature or something like that. It doesn't say anything about the card. I just discovered this by accident. This ends my video art on the birthday burner by Hot Wheels. Thanks for watching, enjoy your collection, and see you with the next model.